okay, I want to make a movie now. If anyone has any idea how I can get $40,000? It's just like, it's not that serious. I've been really thinking about like what it would actually look like to make this movie.
So start out quiet. Slowly get louder, playing that high E quite loudly. Then quieting down again to the A melody key. This getting louder than softer style works wonders for any melody. Now we start Velia with melody down for 4 bars.
It's Wednesday, and tomorrow I'm going to be writing with Jay, Josie, and Ryan. I have invited myself to their writing club, and I am infiltrating the group. So I'm really excited about that. I feel like I have a really, really good routine that I'm hoping to keep going for the rest of the year and to improve. And this is the routine that I'm gonna try to hold myself to. So first, it's to wake up early, brush my teeth, and then immediately go to the gym. A 15-minute like cardio, like incline walk, whatever, 30-minute lift, shower, make breakfast, make matcha, listen to a record. My cousin has a record player, and she has a bunch of Taylor Swift. I have a couple of like weird records. Like I love buying like dollar records from the record bins. I think this year I'm gonna start getting into vinyl because it's been really fun to put on some Taylor and listen to her in the morning. Yes, I am a Swiftie. I'm coming out as a Swiftie. Most people knew this about me. This is like a work from home routine. So I'll like get a little bit of work done and then get ready for the day, do my makeup, whatever, have my meetings, finish my work day, immediately start writing, do like a bunch of writing sprints, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, on and off while cleaning the house, cooking dinner. That is like a really, really good routine. And then watching an episode of One Tree Hill or whatever show me and James are watching and have some fruit for dessert. That's a very important part of my routine. So I'm gonna really try to stick to this because I have a very hard time sleeping and waking up early, but I think that is mostly because of my anxiety. And I think that if I keep up with this routine of like going to the gym, exercising, and eating healthy and really making that time for my writing, I think it will help me feel a lot less anxious and I'll be able to sleep better. I'm also excited about another thing happening this week. So today's Wednesday, and Friday I'm gonna be meeting up with a bunch of my work friends, including my old coworker who was like my best friend. So I'm really excited. We're gonna meet up and like work together. Ow, come on, tubes. I haven't been to Manhattan since before Christmas, and I've kind of been thinking about it, not even just like from the point of view of like I want my YouTube videos to be more interesting, because like I want them to be realistic. I don't really care if they're interesting or not, but like I live in New York City and I never like go out and try different matchas or explore, and all I care about is matcha, obviously. So I just want to like go to the city more often and do more stuff. Oh, okay. Welcome to my new desk chair. This is pretty sick. Me and TubeSat can both sit here comfortably. Okay, so I have been working all day on a pretty big project for work. But I took a break to make this tea because I just started feeling like, I don't know, I just started feeling like really bad and I needed a second to relax. I just felt like kind of overwhelmed with everything. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're taking a break. I'm an anxious girl, and that's And that's just the way it is. I am kind of feeling like I need to be, I don't know. I feel like I've been feeling kind of anxious that I haven't been working hard enough, or I haven't gotten enough done, or that I'm like falling behind. I'm like really worried that I'm just going to be talking about being a filmmaker and making movies forever and not actually doing it. I'm sure if you're like an author too, where you can probably relate to that, like feeling like it takes so long to make a book. And I'm feeling the same way about my movie. I guess on the positive side, I have a script. So that's the first step, right? Like, you can't make a movie without a script. I have a script and I almost have a short film done, and there's nothing I can do to speed up the process of the short film. I've done a lot of work like researching the film festivals I would want to get into. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get into them, and I truly do not know what the next step is after writing a script to getting a feature film made. I guess, in my mind, the next step is budgeting, and then looking at that number, being like, well, where are we going to get that money from? The dream is that some random person just gives us hundreds of thousands of dollars to make this movie. I don't want to be thinking about all this yet because, like I said, I'm like impatient and I feel like behind, but I am still in the revision stage of writing. I really want to A, enjoy that, B, make it really good, like do, good work, whatever. I don't know why I'm doing this ABC thing. Well, to like really enjoy it, like, because this is one of the last steps of writing until I write a new thing. I also I know that everything could completely change. Like, I could completely change the entire thing. And that's not a bad thing because, like I said before, now that I know I can write something that's 112 pages long and that's like, I like it, I think it's good, I know I can write something else. This isn't the only thing I can ever write. And I had been feeling that kind of anxiety too, like, this is the last thing I'll ever write. I'll never be able to write anything again because it's the first one. But that's like, no, if I want to write another movie, of course I can. I did it once. Who's to stop me from doing it again? I don't like this shot. Let's switch it up. Sorry, tubes. To talk about writing, the revisions are going well. They're really fun. I still want to tinker with this one scene that I was talking about before. I've mentioned this scene in a couple of my other videos. It's with a side character named Gianna. Every character has gone through several names since the beginning of this process. Like I said, I've been working on this for a long freaking time. I just love that her name is Gianna because I know so many girls named Gianna, and I feel like, especially in the 2010s, there were at least 2 or 3 Giannas in all of my classes. I also grew up in New York, so Italians are everywhere. It just feels like such a millennial name. As you probably know if you've watched my videos, my movie takes place in the 2010s. The 2011-2012 school year specifically. She's a really fun character to write also, and she just is a side character. She has a little subplot, and I've been reworking her scene. It's in the middle of Act 2, leading us to the midpoint, so it's also a nice place to get to know the main character a little bit once we've kind of been invested in his story. It's a nice, I don't know, it's it gives him a little chance to talk, to tell us a little bit about himself. I don't know, I just get so happy and so excited talking about the project and my characters, and I think that a lot of my anxiety comes from, I feel like I've been taking it way too seriously. And it's important, it's really important to take our work seriously, of course, but I feel at a certain point it's just it's not that serious. It's fun. Do I sometimes feel this is what I'm put on this earth to do and I will die if I don't do it and this is all I've ever wanted in life? Yeah, but also it's really not that serious. It's not up to me whether I get thousands of dollars to make this. I might end up making a very low budget version of this, and that would be great. I don't need to make the best movie ever. I don't need to make the script word for word exactly when it's done. It's not a do or die situation that I need to get this funding for this feature film, But I do think it's possible, and I'm going to manifest it. I don't need to be crippled with anxiety over it. I signed up to be a screener for a film festival, so I've been watching short films since I finished working, which has been kind of fun. Like, some of them are really great, and everyone I've seen has had like a really original and cool idea. That's fun. But it is Thursday, which means today I'm writing with Jay, Josie, and Ryan, and I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna be a guest star in their writing club, so that's gonna be fun. I kind of want to open the script before I meet with them. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more revising tonight, and if they need any help with their writing, I'm really excited to like talk to them about it and hear about their stories, because last time I wrote with Jay, she really helped me with my script. So I'm excited. I got a lot done last night. I was looking at the climax. I was looking at the final parts of Act 3, even though I really should be like really locking into Act 2. But I've been kind of bouncing around. I don't know. I feel like I'm just not an organized person, and maybe I need to change that about myself. But like, it's such a habit to just, I don't know. I feel like I'm just like disorganized as a person, and I haven't come up with like a plan for how to do these revisions. I don't think I'm gonna come up with a plan. I think I'm just gonna keep bouncing around and doing whatever I want. Whatever it like takes to motivate me, because I feel like I have such a hard time finding motivation to actually work. And then when I start working on it and I have my writing in front of me, I love it and I'm having a great time and I'm getting stuff done. Every time I open it, I get something done and I get closer to being totally done. I mean, it's right around the corner, so I just like have been going through catching typos and stuff like that, fixing up a lot of dialogue that's messy, cutting stuff out, and rearranging stuff, which I don't know, I feel like it sounds really boring, but it's really fun, and it makes a huge difference, I feel like, when I find a piece of dialogue or something that can be rearranged to make more sense. Like, it makes a huge difference, and being completely done with the whole story, having nothing left to write or rewrite, is the only way that I like can now see it from like a bird's eye view and be able to really like clearly see what things need to be rearranged, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of like reverse outlining, which I don't know what that means actually. I'm totally using that phrase wrong, but I guess it's like I've written the whole entire story and now looking at the outline of it and being like, okay, what works and doesn't, and what does and doesn't make sense, what can, go, what doesn't need to be there, stuff like that. It's very fun to have a complete thing though, like a complete movie that I feel good about. I'm gonna keep doing those revisions because I know there's a lot more typos in there and a lot of things that can go. So I'll be doing that. Last night I got some feedback from Jay, which is really, really sweet. Like, I sent her Act 1 and she told me what she liked about it, which was really nice. I love not getting any criticism. So I was really like honored and touched by that. Yeah, we'll be locking in tonight. Yeah, I was talking a little bit in my last video about the next steps that I would take once I like completely finish the script. And I'm like, okay, I want to make a movie now. How am I going to make a 112-page movie when I've only made movies that were like 10 pages long in the past? I don't know how I'm going to do it. I texted my producer, who is also like one of my best friends, and I asked her if she knew anyone that could be a line producer, which is someone who would be able to help me create a budget and break down the script and figure out the schedule. And the reason that I did that was not only because it's the next steps, but because there's a couple festivals, like film festivals, I want to enter the short film in, and then pitch festivals where I want to pitch the feature film. That I think it would be like good to have a budget and kind of rough schedule information in my pitch deck. I don't know if any of that will pay off. I don't know if I'm going to get into any pitch festivals or film festivals, but I also think it'll be really fun and really interesting to see what the budget and schedule would look like if I were to actually get to make this movie. And I think it would also be great to have someone on the team that's like going to be invested in the next steps. We just need someone who's like produced or made an indie film, a low budget feature film before. So she sent me a bunch of recommendations because she just knows everybody, which is really, really cool. So hopefully someone will work out. I emailed someone last night, so. Because I've been in such like a terrible mood. And, for me as a Sagittarius, I don't know if this tube sock is like, shut up about your zodiac nonsense. I don't know if any other Sagittariuses can relate to this, but I find that when I am really anxious and feeling like stuck and like impatient, I need to like do something. and that makes me feel better. Obviously, working on my writing helps, but this morning I saw like a grant application and I applied to it like immediately. It took me like all morning. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but doing the application felt really good. I had to write like an artist statement and like a statement of intent. Being able to write these paragraphs and talk about what this project really means to me and why it's so important to me. I wrote a lot of things that were like subconscious, I guess, throughout the whole process of me writing the movie. Like all these feelings were kind of like subconscious, like things that I wasn't super aware of, but like were coming out in the themes and stuff. And just like writing about it and like being really honest and talking about my feelings was really cathartic and really nice and made me feel a lot better. I don't think I'm gonna get it though, but it's like, it's not that serious, like I've been saying. It's not that serious. I'm gonna try to make my big dreams come true, but if they don't, I'm having a good time. That's all my updates for now. I'm gonna make dinner, and then later tonight will be writing group time. And hopefully I'll have some more writing updates because I don't have any. Who is he? Dan Scott is innocent.
Lately, I've seen you change. I've been so proud of you.
Free Dan Scott. Thank you. It's art.
I don't know who I am anymore.
It's beautiful. It's snowing out. I have been feeling kind of like I need to like at least take a break or stop the revision process right now and work on something else. I feel like I could be revising this thing forever. I could be like changing things and looking for things to cut out forever. So I decided I'm gonna stop. Today is Saturday, and on Thursday, I had a writing session with Josie, Jay, and Ryan, and it was so much fun. I just wanted to gab and talk to them and ask them about their writing and their books and their lives for the entire time, but we got in a good 30-minute writing sprint, and I got my script from 113 pages to 110. And I actually do think I can get it shorter. And the reason I'm saying this is because I like have just been in this like mood of like wanting to do stuff. I guess because I have been like feeling so anxious and discouraged and like it's never gonna happen that I'm like I said, I'm a Sagittarius, and I think a very Sagittarius thing is when we feel like powerless or we can't do anything, we like have to do something. Like we just have to like take action.
You have to take action.
So I've been really thinking about like what it would actually look like to make this movie. And when I was talking to the writing group, the girls, I said something like, because I had touched up like my pitch deck earlier that week because I'm preparing to like submit it to like a film festival, and I wanted to put like a rough budget and schedule into the pitch deck. And I just put like $600K to $1 million because that's what I think of as like a small indie feature. And then I remembered something. I'm literally nobody. Like, I have nothing. Like, I have no way of getting, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars to $1 million to make a movie. Like, I don't even own a house. How am I gonna... So I was telling the girls that just like how expensive indie filmmaking is and how I thought that that would be like the budget I would need. And then I've just been like researching and trying to learn about filmmaking, and I feel like it's much harder to make a movie now than it was in maybe like 2016, 2017, like 10 years ago. I feel like people were making really cool independent features like back then for not that much money. I feel like I could still do it, even though it would be ideal to, of course, have a larger budget, like a real film budget. I feel like it is possible that I could make this movie on a smaller budget. So I have been like trying to learn more about budgeting. It doesn't mean that like the script is totally done and I can like lock it and print it. I feel like as I go on this journey of like trying to direct and produce this movie myself, I'll probably end up like cutting scenes, editing scenes down, just depending on what resources I have, because I didn't write the movie thinking about how much money it was going to cost. I just wrote exactly what I wanted to. Like, for example, there's a scene that takes place, the team is on a bus going to an away game. And a bus rental might not be too bad. Like, it might be like $2,000, whatever. But if I could have that scene take place in the gym or something like that, like a location that I've already rented, then we can lose that cost. Like, so things like that, like just figuring out what will be worth it when I figure out how much money I can actually spend on this movie and how much money I'll need and how much money I can get. And I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know how I'm going to get it. I don't know who's going to give me the money, but like I said earlier in this video, I've been entering grants. I'm gonna, enter the short film in film festivals. Hopefully I will be putting the short film on YouTube when all of that is over. And I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know who's gonna see it and want to support it. Something that I have really been thinking about is, in an ideal world, how would I actually want to make this movie? And I was thinking, I don't think I want to make a $600,000, $1 million independent movie with like known actors and like a large crew and trucks and something like that. Making just like a more community based, I guess, like low budget passion indie project with my friends and film crew I've already worked with would just be like, it would be so much fun. It would be so cool. And I could really like have control over the story. And that's something I had been thinking about because I was like, well, I'm writing the script without thinking about making it while I'm writing it, which is also what I did with the short film. Like when I started writing the script, I didn't have any locations or actors or anything in mind. So I was kind of like, oh, it would be so amazing to get like a huge budget. But now that I've been thinking about it, I don't know if that's exactly what I want. So much to think about. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in the process. I don't know if this is where I should be. I've just been excited. I've just been in a mood. Like after my last video, I've been in a mood and that's fine. I just want to make progress on this. Like I want to watch this movie. I know it is going to be expensive to rent locations, pay crew, feed everyone, rent equipment, and to film these like big basketball sequences, have a bunch of different basketball teams be in it. I know it's going to be difficult. And I know it's going to be expensive. And I don't know how I'm going to get even a really small budget of like maybe $40K. So I have been breaking down the script as it is because I really don't see it changing too much. Just so I can see how many days I would realistically need to film the movie. Right now, I'm kind of in the middle of the process, but it looks like I'll need about 2 weeks. So that would be about a month of filming because it would be on like business days. And it's a small cast. There's not a lot of actors. There's a lot of bit parts I could see like having my friends and family play. I feel like I'm just like dreaming and fantasizing about what it would be like to make this movie. But like, is there anything wrong with dreaming and fantasizing? Is that not how we manifest all of our goals to come true? Doing this process of breaking down the script has also made me see scenes in the movie that I realized I could cut that I hadn't thought of before because for example, I realized there are 7 basketball games in this draft. And I was like, we definitely don't need 7 basketball games. And that means finding 7 opposing teams and like having like some kind of audience. So I already was able to cut out 1, which shortened the script. So I'm going to keep looking for stuff like that and I can keep making it shorter. If anyone has any idea how I can get $40,000, let me know. I still have no idea what realistically a budget would be for this movie. So hopefully I'll find someone who can help me. But for now, I'm going to keep trying to figure it out on my own because it's fun. I enjoy it. I love producing stuff. I wish someone would hire me to have me produce their indie feature because I think it's really, really fun. I love working with budgets and breakdowns and stuff. So this is just fun for me. I don't know if it's going to lead to anything, but if anything, it will help me finish my pitch deck. It's snowing so much right now, but I'm still going to go out in it. I'm going to go to the city today and get matcha because I desperately need caffeine. I am exhausted.